Yes, guys, welcome back to Flat Cap Euro Talk here, doing a Seko Fofana scout report. Going to be talking about kind of a few different players that I feel like you guys have been requesting. Kind of going to bang those out. I'm going to be doing Charles de Ketelaere soon, which will be very, very fun. But the bottom Duda, I believe, for a long time has been requesting Seko Fofana. He's definitely one of the hipster sort of midfielders that a lot of people are looking at this summer, having a fantastic season over in Liga. So let's break him down. Born in Paris, France, age 26, and born in 1995. He's 6 feet 1 inches, 1.85 meters. I've also seen on the transfer market, they said he was 1.83 meters, so maybe he's a bit shorter than that, but it is good to have somebody a bit taller in the midfield for sure. Plays as a center mid right now in the middle of a 3-4-3, which is extremely similar to what we're going for right now, which means he could probably be that sort of creative midfielder in a midfield two if need be, but also looks like he could play in a 3-5-2 by the looks of it. And he seems very comfortable with the back five system. His club is currently Lens, of course. Youth clubs were Lorient and Man City as well, former Premier League player. Market value £18 million, and his contract expires in 2024, everybody. But I do think Fofana maybe having a late bloom sort of. Is it a late bloom at 26 years old? Probably not. I think that we're probably just always looking at the sort of phenom players that break into really high level at such a young age. Maybe Fofana is sort of just, finally coming into his own and, taking, a stride and being a leader for Lens. And it's beautiful to see. 35 matches played in Liga this season so far, 7 goals and 1 assist. His per 90 stats from FBref compared to all midfielders in Europe's top five leagues here. So this is again compared to all midfielders in Europe's top five leagues. So shots per 90, he has around 2.5. He's in the top 1 percentile there. I forget who it was. I think it was Leon Goretzka who has the most in Europe per 90, and he is 2.5. Passes into the penalty area, or he's in that top 1% category, is what I mean. Passes into the penalty area, 1.26 per 90, top 17 percentile there, but it's still pretty good, right? When you take into consideration all midfielders in Europe's top five leagues, players dribble pass 1.93 per 90. He's in the top 3 percentile there, so clearly a very good ball carrier here because you can also see that he has excellent carries into the final third. He's in the top 5 percentile there from that PSG game that I saw this season. What probably the only game I've really seen of him this season. He really was like an excellent ball carrier that game. That certainly was the big attribute that came out. Shot creating actions, again, like, when you compare him to all midfielders in Europe's top five leagues, maybe the club that he plays for as well, having 2.71 is not bad at all, but could be a bit higher. Maybe you want that to be a bit higher. Top 22 percentile there. Progressive passes received, 5.61 per 90 in the top 3 percentile there. That tells me a lot about the system that Fofana must play in. He must be a sort of kind of creative attacking midfielder, maybe in this kind of 3-4-3. I know he's in the middle of a two, but maybe he plays more of an advanced role, at times, and is more kind of that dynamic sort of player in that midfield too. But that's why we break down the highlights as well, especially when I know nothing about the player. You might as well go into the highlights as well. So let's see what Seko Fofana is made of. And then we're starting off already with an absolute banger of some kind. We're seeing tons of bangers, and it looks like he gets into the box as well and has excellent finishing, to be fair. That's garbage goalkeeping, to be honest, but almost looks like Keylor Navas. Wow. Yeah, he looks that was silky. Looks very powerful as well though. And he definitely is 6'1". I mean, look at him. He does look big, so he definitely is 6'1", but looks very graceful as well. Lovely finish by his teammate there. He's got some nasty highlights from this season. Lovely left foot. Love to see it. There you go. He's always just roaming into the box. You definitely I'm starting to think, everybody, is Fofana wow, I mean, this goalkeeping and this defending is pretty shocking at times, I must say, but, um this guy is actually a skilled finisher. This guy is actually a skilled finisher. Okay, I am very impressed. There, see you later. Can he skin him here? Can he skin him? That's absolutely lovely. He's kinda like secret I'm falling in love with this guy. He's, like, secretly I don't know. He's got the lanky techers. It's my favorite sort of thing, and he's got that, secret, kind of looks like he's about to have a bad touch, but then just does all that. He just has, and he's nasty. He's actually very nasty, Fofana. I'm actually loving this. Again, I haven't seen very much of him this season. I'm loving this. Oh, see you later again. That was looks like against Mets. Was that against Mets? Powerful there. Good to see. Oh, lovely. He's so graceful. Lovely. Beautiful. And you just wow. Wow. Thank you, referee. Oh, what a dime. You gotta bury that. Yeah, really loving these highlights, to be honest. I'm actually it's making me think, like, is he that creative midfielder that maybe Spurs are looking for? Because I really do understand, people's need for that creative midfielder, but it needs to be someone that could sort of also play in a midfield too, if necessary. And could Fofana be that guy? He's looking like it. Like, it looks like he has the attributes for it. To be honest, he kind of is reminding me. I don't even know if this is really that accurate, but he's reminding me of like sort of what I like about Sergey Milinkovic-Savic. I don't even know. Maybe it's just because they're both very tall and good dribblers. He's a lot quicker, clearly, than Fofana, or Fofana's a lot quicker than Sergey, clearly. But it's just the finishing prowess and the dimes and the techers and everything and like the long lankiness and I don't know. It reminds me of Sergey. So that's kind of the creative midfielder that I think we should really go after. So maybe Seko Fofana is that, maybe he's that guy. Maybe he is that guy. I'm really liking this guy. I'm honestly digging all of his highlights here. And clearly the dribbling is his best attributes, but I don't know. It seems like he has a bit of a passing, sort of ability as well. We've seen a few times where he's, matched that passes into the penalty area where he's, playing a nice slip through ball or whatever it may be. But he loves to take on players. I mean, to be honest, these highlights are also just sort of very similar to like a Tanguy and Dumbele. When Tanguy was over, at Leon, he had similar highlights like this. Just love to take on every guy he got. But with Fofana, are we going to get that work rate? Are we going to get that, that passion, that stamina, that drive to play in a Conte side? I would imagine, because he's not coming from a bigger team like Leon. He's coming from a much smaller team. He's also a bit older than Tanguy was, so I'm assuming he does want to prove himself. I feel like he's coming probably with a very different mindset, from Liga than maybe Tanguy did. So I would imagine not as much risk in that regard as well. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling these highlights. I'm kind of done with them, to be honest. I feel like we're getting a good picture here, of what the player brings. So might as well just take it down, talk about maybe what he could bring to Spurs if Spurs were to look at him again. 18 million pounds is his evaluation. I'm assuming maybe Spurs would throw in 25 million euros. I would imagine if that were to would a club like Lens accept that? Considering all the suitors you could have, they could probably accept that. Would they get bigger bids than that? I don't know. Like, I don't really see them getting bigger bids than like 25 million. So I could see Spurs throwing in a 25 million. It would seem like probably a big fee, but it looks very worth it. It's for that creative midfielder that we're looking for. You maybe save a bit of money if you're not really keen on maybe spending all that money on Sergey Milinkovic-Savic. So I kind of like the looks of it. I mean, Seko Fofana, I'm definitely gonna try to maybe watch back, in the summer or something when I'm desperate for football. Maybe watch some Lens games where maybe he really especially had a good game, and I'll definitely check him out more, especially if the rumors were to connect him even more to Spurs. But everybody, do hit that like button on your way out. As always, everybody. Really do appreciate the comments. Let me know about Seko Fofana. Do let me know what you think of him. Is he maybe the right move for Spurs? Especially for that creative midfielder role that we're looking for. But everybody, hit that like button on your way out, and I will be seeing ya.